Hello, I'm JTO556, and today we're going to be doing a deep dive into the mechanics of the Soupinator. The Soupinator is a fully automated mushroom stew farm producing 17,000 mushroom stew per hour and 19,000 planks per hour in plank-only mode. Now before we dive in, the first part of this video is going to mostly be math. If you don't care about the numbers behind this farm, please feel free to skip ahead. The first thing we need to consider when building a farm like this is what our max achievable rates are. In this case, I utilized an auto-clicker to find that the absolute max speed I could collect mushroom stew at was 4.7 clicks per second. But notably, this was with a 1 millisecond click interval. The game still seems to miss clicks at much slower intervals, so the fastest possible interval yields the maximum rates. 4.7 clicks per second times 60 times 60 tells us that we can achieve 16,920 mushroom stew per hour. Next, we need to consider the logistics and what 16,920 mushroom stew per hour really means. It means that we need to provide 16,920 bowls per hour to the player. The bowl crafting recipe is 3 planks to 4 bowls. Or in other words, 0.75 planks per bowl. We want to multiply that 0.75 by our 16,920 in order to find the total number of planks we need per hour. That gives us an estimate of 12,690 planks per hour, but we're going to want to err on the side of extra rather than not enough planks. We're going to use a bamboo farm as our source of wood for this farm. 9 bamboo converts into 1 bamboo block, which converts into 2 planks. That comes out to 4.5 bamboo per plank, which we're going to multiply by 12,690. This tells us that we need 57,105 bamboo per hour in order to keep the stew flowing. Now, bamboo grows at a rate of 1 per 204.8 seconds. In order to simplify our math, we're going to convert our 57,105 bamboo into a per second rate. So all we have to do there is divide by 60 and then divide by 60 again. This tells us that we need 15.8625 bamboo per second. We can now do a little bit of algebra here. X divided by 204.8 equals 15.8625. We're going to then multiply both sides of the equation by 204.8 in order to cancel this out, carry over, and we find that we're going to need 3,248.64 bamboo plants. but we're going to round up to 3,250 bamboo plants, and then we're actually going to overshoot this number by about 2 times for reasons I'll get into in a second. Remember 5 seconds ago when I said we were going to overshoot this number by 2 times? That's because we can't perfectly harvest bamboo at the very instant it grows and without blocking the bamboo from growing for an instant that could cause a failed growth check. The closest thing to perfect would be individual detection and breaking for every single plant, but the downside is exponentially increasing the material cost, most significantly an absolute lag monster with however many thousands of pistons. Our efficiency stack up quickly when dealing with huge numbers, so dealing with a total of 6,912 plants would make a lot more sense once you look at the farm itself. Now that I've sufficiently bored everyone with all of the numbers that you didn't really need to know, we can get back to playing Minecraft. The bamboo portion of the farm is made up of 4 unit modules. Each sticky piston handles the breaking of 12 plants, and a single observer provides power to all 4 pistons. These units are stacked 9 tall and 2 wide, as well as 8 deep. This allows us to have a clean and symmetrical farm, and also makes the firing mechanism fairly minimalist. To fire the farm, we're using 2 hopper clocks that run asynchronously from one another. They trigger piston lines, which rapidly double pulse a dispenser, creating a water blade. This blade falls, triggering the observers and therefore the pistons in sequence. By activating the farm this way, we can minimize the total number of pistons firing at one time, as well as stagger the processing of items. Once broken, the items fall down the center, and this is where the real farm begins. Item processing can be extremely difficult when dealing with tens of thousands of items an hour. After all, hopper speed is only 9,000 items per hour. If we were to use a centralized crafting method, it would need to operate at 7 times hopper speed, a daunting task indeed. To solve this issue, we're using 32 independently operating bamboo to plank crafters. The bamboo is first converted into a bamboo block and then immediately ejected into the plank crafter, which then spits them into a barrel. This barrel feeds our dropper lines, and an auto dropper finally sends our planks into the main water stream. The entire crafting array operates off of a single 8-game tick clock and features a safety mechanism that ensures no incorrect recipes are crafted. I'm sure that some wiring and/or crafter experts would be able to compact this, but I feel it's a perfectly reasonable layout and has the significant added bonus of turning itself off when not in use, and using only a single observer in the auto dropper. These aspects further assist in keeping lag to a minimum. Now our planks are on their way to becoming bowls. They travel along a blue ice water stream and very quickly arrive at their next port of call. 2 hopper minecarts pull our planks from the water stream at 16 times hopper speed. These planks are transferred down into dual 2 times hopper speed bowl crafters, outputting bowls as fast as wood is able to come in. These bowls enter a dropper line, where they are dispensed to the player continuously, ensuring that your inventory is always filled. Excess bowls are picked up by a hopper underneath the mud block the player is standing on and are recycled back into the system. As the player right-clicks furiously on our poor and viciously exploited mushroom, full bowls of mushroom stew are thrown from their inventory directly into the face of their victim. Underneath where our mushroom stands lie more hopper minecarts, which feed a dual shulker loader of highly dubious quality. Now, I'm not a storage tech person. I know this isn't great, but it gets the job done and packs all of our mushroom stew into shulker boxes for nice, easy transportation to any of the countless locations where thousands of mushroom stew are welcome. You may think that this is the end of the capabilities of this farm. How could it get any more amazing, you ask yourself? Well, you might want to take a seat, because now it's time to talk safety mechanisms. The sheer quantity of items that we're dealing with means that something going wrong could lead to a huge pileup of entities that quickly spiral into the tens of thousands, crashing your game or even server. To deal with this, we have several layers of protection. The first layer starts with wood mode. This diverts our water streams and begins storing planks without sending them to the mushroom stew farming area. Two slightly modified 2x hopper speed shulker loaders, designed initially by Happy King, load our planks into shulker boxes. This mode can be triggered manually, but is also the crux of our safety systems for this farm. The first possible point of failure is our bowl reserve storage. Bowls are crafted faster than they are used, meaning that this reserve storage will eventually fill up after some amount of time. If this happens, the farm will automatically switch to wood mode until reserve levels drop back down. This allows continuous AFK and would not interfere at all with normal mushroom stew farming capabilities. The most common point of failure will be running out of empty shulker boxes for our mushroom stew. This again switches us into wood mode, but additionally turns off all bowl distribution, ensuring that no more mushroom stew can be farmed until the empty shulker supply is restored. Finally, we have our last resort. The only instance in which the farm will automatically turn itself off is if the empty shulker storage for wood mode runs out. This is the only time when operation will fully halt and require player intervention. I really appreciate everyone who stuck around until the end. I really like making these goofy farms that nobody has ever thought too much about before, so I hope that you enjoy hearing me talk about them. I've got a lot more projects in the works, including one really fun one that's hopefully going to wrangle in a few of the other Amalix folks. And they don't know about this yet, so I guess if they've watched until this point, they'll be the first to find out. I'm trying to ramp up video production due to my unhealthy desire for attention, so hopefully more content coming soon. If you have any questions, comments, or just feel like telling me that you could make better redstone than me, feel free to comment or to reach out on Discord. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Bye.